Greetings and welcome to my dear Gemini. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. I do welcome you to the channel. We have a new technology known as the quantum triangle that is being used by the Order of the Twin Sun to show those who are willing to see the quantum field. This has to do with entanglements. It has to do with phasic relationships, being able to work with timelines, at least two of them, wherein there's crossover or some sort of thing from past to future, and then essentially a state of ascension within the triangle. It's an upwards facing triangle, 6-card spread, possibly with an influence card. So we'll go ahead and get into that. But before that, we're going to do a karmic reading for the month of June 2023 for the energy of Gemini. Thank you. Okay, stability is really important this month. There's something about being guided to work with others and to cooperate with others so that your stability is very much important. I'm talking about stability of time, resources, your work, and also making sure that's clean, that there's encryption over your work, that it is essentially your own, and then if you're doing inner work, that it's directly tied to essentially the influences of the major grahas out there, the major planets. There's something about you that needs this stability. It needs its own inner world, your own inner self, in order to generate what I would call double balance, okay? Balance of the head and the heart, balance of the plexus and the root, all of this. And this requires essentially you being able to withdraw and to really come into your body and use the body as a barometer or a compass, as a sort of, gravitational hold on the centripetal nature of the spinning world, without getting your head sort of spinning out of, the orbit. What I see here is foundation and roots, and essentially coming into a sense of grounding, especially within your own body, listening to that system so that it is pure, it's within your own grasp, and that it helps you to manifest things, okay? There's almost like a conservative energy about the month of June. That's the thing, because something is turned over. You've been waiting for something in the past, and it's turned over. This has to do with your own intuition. Something about it was like it's fear, and then you process that, you let it go. It's fear, it's processed it, you let it go. There's something about processing like an ill feeling when it comes to your empowerment. You processed it, you let it go. Now there's a focus very much on health, stability, and also pushing forward. The thing is that the world of illusion in the near future, the choices, the many different choices, it's going to create a sense of angst. Try not to be too emotional, be detached, be observing. Your friends will also help you in terms of this. There is a period of joy, and there also is a period of great love and manifestation. You just have to get through the illusory quality of love. So essentially stabilize in the current, at least for when you're watching this, and then essentially there's going to be a sense of really enjoying yourself for the month of June in terms of the Ten of Cups. That's a 7 and 3 together, and then also the 3 of Cups. So friends will help you out. If you have to go through a regret cycle where you felt like you couldn't help somebody out, you have to realize that stability, inner stability is very important. Self-love and all of that. Make sure you pay attention to details when it comes to every corner of your foundation, every corner of your house, every corner of your domicile. Make sure it's clean, it's pat, and it's structurally sound, okay? Yeah. So let's move on. We're going to go into the quantum field and observe the quantum triangle. The quantum triangle is a new spread devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see particular potentialities of entanglement. Okay, this has to do with phase, it has to do with timelines, it has to do with at least 2 timelines that are colored through the distortions of the triangle. And basically it's a 6-card spread, so we'll go ahead and get started with that. 4. 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and Yes. Let's see. Four of Cups in reverse. You're being gifted something. You're going to take this gift, and it's a gift of letting go of regret. If you take this gift, it will lead you to understand something about some form of shadow. For 9 in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse. This essentially gives you a choice. You're going to choose to take this gift and look into your shadow. As you do this, there is a process of empowerment, sovereignty, getting your power back by taking the gift of being able to feel what has been hidden, Okay. You know the secret. Currently, there's something about you. You know the fears of others, the path of fear that others walk. You are gifted in terms of not telling the secret, but giving it to those who know they're walking the path, who know that they're walking the path of fear. It's not your path, it's your friends or your lovers or somebody that you're dealing with or a coworker, whatever, mostly lovers, because it's Pisces, and there's something about you being critical and knowing that their path is going to change in some sort of way. There's almost a fanatical way that these people go into their mania and to their own self-destructive tendencies. Observe, make sure your shields are up, because now they're down and you're willing to tell others what it is you see. This intuition is a gift. It also is, it's like you are trying to give tidbits to others, breadcrumbs. Make sure that your words are used correctly, that your hands are protected, that you do not touch their path. That you do not touch their fear. I mean, it could really sort of cut you if you try to do that. So it's important to see that they are a product of their own fear, and there's something about their psychology that may be something that you understand. Make sure that you are safe from that somehow, that you maintain your own sense of dignity, your grace, and your purity. We had the High Priestess in reverse and the Nine of Swords. That's why. In the past, you've had to deal with friends. Okay. Yeah, Four of Cups. This would be the Four of Cups, also be the Two of Cups. Friends that didn't know what to do in terms of their mixed emotions. It could be that also it sort of confused things in terms of what was actually going on. With these friends, with these potential people, potential lovers, potential romances. It just sort of made it weird, but then also there was some sort of love thing going on, but it wasn't real love, something like that. I don't know. The idea here is that there was a lot of emotions in the past. Now it's somewhat culminated to some sort of psychology in the present. You can see this, you can see that it's not your path, it's somebody else's, of self-destruction. And you are safe. However, you have to rebuild your shields. In the near future, the intuition might come off as giving you a sense that there was a beginning, or that there is a new beginning that is on the horizon. This is a very auspicious time, but your intuition will be somewhat off because someone is draining you. Someone is draining you currently in terms of your actual capacity to heal them, but then your energy will be sort of depleted when you try to set them free. Do not try to set them free. They have to go through their own bondage and their own psychological defects and go through that themselves. But because of such, you are going to be focused on a future, and essentially you will be turning the page, having something new in terms of the next day, having something new in terms of, I would call it a new beginning, a new commitment, something else, something further out. It's not a path, but it certainly is something that you can foresee, but I mean, it's going to be difficult because you've already used so much mana and so much energy on the current connection that you're working with. Now, when it comes to this, there's a need to use your intuition and also to use your shadow in order to come up with a sense of satisfaction that is completely your own. This is like a return. After facing the challenge, you return and you notice that you have already begun something new, that you've committed yourself to a path of manifestation that has to do with good health and the celebration of also gifts that you've been using, but now there's a need to essentially come into yourself and also reinforce your shields, not be used by others, and to know that you have still really good intentions for others. You can help them reflect, but don't absorb their negative energy. Do not absorb their negative energy, please. For the love of God, do not absorb their negative energy. You have your own shadows to deal with already. Okay, and that is that. I do wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.